Hey guys, what's up? Mai here, and today TDCM, otherwise known as TRPG, is going out into open beta. So it's not fully complete yet. All of the quests have not yet been included, and we're still working on endgame content and new in-game items, but they will be added. But for now, TDCM is out, and it is playable in both single player and online. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to get it for single player and how to get it for online. It's very, very easy to do. And basically, if you want to do this, just go to tdsm.org. As you can see here, and by the way, all of these links are going to be in the description below. So once you get to TDSM.org, you can check out the forums. This is places where you can actually talk about the bugs that you may encounter while using TDCM or TRPG, and you can also talk about new content you'd like to see added, have discussions, get information, and post other assorted suggestions. But if you don't want to do that, you just want to download it, it's very easy. On the home page there is always going to be a link to download TDCM, and usually it's going to be around here. Now once you do have this program downloaded, it will automatically update, and it will check to automatically update each time you run it, so you don't have to worry about constantly searching for it or anything like that. And you don't actually have to be a member on this website to download it and to use TDCM. Okay, so what we want to do is download TDCM Beta 7 and also download TDSM Build 36. Now the reason we're downloading TDSM Build 36 is basically just for the multiplayer part of the tutorial. TDCM on its own does not run with the server. However, if you're running TDCM and running TDSM as well, you can play them online, and wow, that is getting confusing with the C's and the S's. Okay, it's going to get a lot simpler soon. Alright, so I've already got all of this stuff downloaded here, and as you can see, I have Terraria server.exe and TDCM.exe. Now, you guys should only have these two files. If you have extra files, probably something went wrong. Don't run them yet. What you then need to do is open up your Terraria folder. Okay, so if you've legally brought this, like most of you should have, but don't want to drag that, it will be in this directory here. So it'll be generally in your C drive under program files. If you're running a 64-bit operating system, it'll probably say x86. If you're running 32-bit, you won't see the x86, so don't worry about that. Go to Steam, Steam Apps, Common, and then Terraria. So basically, this is all of your Terraria files. I do have a few extra files in here, and they're from TDCM, but don't worry about them. So basically what you do, just cut, paste it over, go to the original Terraria.exe, rename it to Terraria 1, actually it does not matter what you rename it to, and then rename TDCM to Terraria. We do this because it actually needs to be run through Steam for it to work. Okay, so as you can see, we've now got Terraria.exe and Terraria1.exe, and basically what Terraria.exe or TDCM.exe does, or this little guy here that I've got highlighted, is it acts as kind of as a wrapper, I guess. It interacts with the RAM to send different things to Terraria, so it doesn't actually modify any of the original files. If you want to get rid of TDCM, nice and simple, shift delete, and delete the Terraria.exe and rename your Terraria 1 back to Terraria, and boom, TDCM's gone. It doesn't log any information or anything like that, so it's nice and safe. Okay, so now that that's done, basically all you want to do if you need to play is right click on Steam, go to library, and then run Terraria. Okay, so my Steam is launching it, and as you can see, it goes through here. Now it will be a little bit different for you guys. Now before I said that I did have a few extra files. An example would be monol.cecil.dll. If you don't have these files already, TDCM will automatically download them for you, so make sure if you have a firewall that it is allowed just for TDCM, otherwise it won't be able to contact the server. So once you're in, you can play single player, nice and easy. I'd recommend creating a new character and also a new world, but not necessary. So I'm just going to go into my world now, and the reason we recommend you create a new character and a real world is because it'll probably be more fun for you if you just play with the items that we've given you. So as you can see, once you get in, you can go in, you can accept quests, you can do them, you can play them through, but I'm not going to show off all that. You guys know what it is. If you want to run it on multiplayer now, this is how you do it. Before we downloaded a Terraria server.exe. Now you don't have to copy that over into your Steam folder. In fact, we don't even need to touch that anymore, so I'm just going to get rid of it. So we have Terraria server.exe here. I'd recommend making a new folder for it before you run it. If you have it on your desktop or somewhere else with a lot of other files, it'll get confusing because it does make a lot of different files and folders. Okay, so what we need to do now is run Terraria underscore server.exe. If you don't know how to use this program, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but if you go to the TDSM homepage and scroll down to the bottom here, I have actually done a tutorial for it that explains just about everything you should need to know. Okay, so if we go back over and we run this, yes, we do want to run. Okay, so when it first opens up, we'll have this window here, and basically this is new properties file created. Would you like to exit the program for editing? So this means before it creates the first map, do we want to go in and do we want to set the different properties for Terraria? I'll just push that more into the screen so you guys can see. And we would like to exit for editing. So it's complete. Now, if you go over to where you had the Terraria server.exe, you'll notice we have a few different folders and a few different files. The one we're interested in is server.properties. Now, you probably won't be able to click on this, but if you right click on it and go open with and select Notepad, it'll automatically open in Notepad from now on, and you have to open it in Notepad. If you open it in Word and you save, it will actually corrupt the server.properties file and it will not work, so make sure you're only using Notepad. Now, once you're in Notepad, you'll see there's a whole heap of different things. There's heaps and heaps of things here. The one we want to look at is allow-TDCM RPG equals true. Now just check that's true. By default it should be true, but if you want to turn it off, set it to false, and if for some reason TDCM isn't working, just check to make sure that it's set to true. And we're just going to close that down now. Okay, so if we run the Terraria underscore server, it will generate the map for us. So now we're over in Terraria, and you can see that it's running TDCM by the little icon here. When this server is created, we will be able to join. Once again, I recommend creating new characters, but for the sake of this video, I'm not going to bother with that. Okay, so we're almost done. Now that the map is made and we're ready to join, I'm just going to point out that you can use TDSM just as a normal server. It's going to have the same functionality as programs like T-Shock, and I think there's one other one, but I can't quite remember it off the top of my head. So yeah, basically TDSM is the program required if you want to run TDCM online, and I just thought if it's required, server owners might take it of interest to know that it is essentially the same as all those other programs out there, and if anything it probably has more. So now that we're in, you can just go to multiplayer and click join. If you just want to run this on a local server, you're just going to have to type 127.0.0.1, and this is generally going to be your default local address. So this is just going to be for playing on local networks, things like that. If you're going to run on a server, so people just from the internet can join, you're going to have to figure out your IP, and you're also going to have to figure out how to port forward. I'm not going to go into that in your video or in this video, but I'm just going to let you know that before we start. Okay, so for this video, I'm just going to be entering my local server. And as you can see, I'm running the server on my computer, so it will be the local server. And now that we're in, you will also see that this server allows RPG. So we can go down, we can talk to the Mythic Ghost, we can do, essentially all the same things, it's just we can group up in this now. So that's about all for this video. If you guys liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, favorite, and subscribe, and be sure to check me out on Facebook and Twitter. And also be sure, if you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments, ask us over at tdsm.org, and we'll be sure to get back to you. Catch you later.